at the back of his shirt. One of the organizers of the Ali Cup pre-season tournament for schoolboy football. That's held at Excelsior each and every year, of course. Sportsmax partnered with them in the staging for 2024. And he must feel justified. Excelsior actually won that competition, beating Dintil in the final. And seeing them play from then, I knew that something special could come from this Excelsior contingent. And the evidence, definitely, for all eyes to see.
Riquelme Edwards back to his feet, but I'm sure he would be very disappointed to allow that one to sneak in. And Mona behind in this contest.
Craig Butler back to coaching. Perhaps a change of heart, a change of mind after that loss to Kingston College in the quarterfinal round. Announced that he would be taking a break from schoolboy football even for this season, but has since come back. Not abandoning the troops. Kudos to him for that. Can they repay his confidence? Here's Denzel McKenzie, lost it. Monroe quickly trying to play it forward, but it's held now by Gorzong. Swazo doing well. That grit you mentioned, Leje. But it's still with Excelsior. Monroe brought down by Ryan Gorzong.
And immediately shifted over to Saman, who controls well.
Here he is. Loves a mazy run, but cut by Carlton Brown. Played out by Antoine Thomas, one of the centre-backs. Free kick, Denzel McKenzie behind it. Demarin Harris got there and thereabout, but a foul called.
It actually looks as if Mona are preparing an early change in this game. And they are going to make it right now, as a matter of fact. Savike Morton, well, the next time the ball would go out. Savike Morton over there getting ready. Wing player.
Gorzong to Brown. Peralta now. First touch was heavy. Horace Prince calm there. And Excelsior clear only back to Gorzong. They can't keep possession. Barge down. Gorzong has really come alive, recognizing that he'll be substituted.
Foul going the way of Mona. And I think we're going to get that change now. Only in the 17th minute of play. Carlton Brown, the one chopped down for Mona. Kevin Salmon doing the fouling.
Gorzong asking Craig Butler me.
Never a good look when a player is sub this early into a contest. No injury, it looks like either. Especially in a game of this magnitude, this occasion. 17th minute of play, and you're off. Have to feel for the player there, but it is what the coach and the coaching staff would feel is best. Denzel McKenzie with a disappointing cross. Falls to Carlton Brown, who loves a hit from range.
Doesn't he?
And here's a substitute. Well, that was actually
Kishane Gordon.
Kishane Gordon, who has now swapped over to the right-hand side. Gorzan obviously extremely disappointed. Excelsior struggling to clear.
Calm there from Aldine and Nugent, but he gave it away. Denzel McKenzie got the shot off.
Look at Jamar Gordon interested.
As you mentioned, Denzel McKenzie, last season's MVP of the Manning Cup. And I can't say this season he's really imposed himself at the level that you'd have expected from someone who topped all competitors last season. Of course, a player that has been highly touted by Craig Butler.
Kelme Edwards needing some attention. But yet, Denzel McKenzie is an interesting one. It is an interesting one because he's a very talented player, very smooth technically, two-footed, knows how to evade in tight spaces, a very good shot on him as well with both feet, a good finisher generally, takes set pieces well, an experienced ball striker, but just hasn't quite put it all together. Maybe this Mona team generally isn't quite as strong as it was last season. They aren't quite playing at the same intensity level. But you're right, I would have expected more from a player that was a standout player, the Manning Cup's player of the season. And then when he has come in the bigger games this season, we haven't quite seen the same level of quality from him.
Yeah.
Because when you look through the previous years, for example, when Jamaica College were dominating, and even though maybe a Tariq McGee was young, would have gotten those accolades, and then the next season you're saying, what is he going to come with now? He would always return even better than he was previously. For the past couple of seasons, we haven't been able to see the repeats because maybe Dujon Whisper Richards would have left, so we didn't get to see what he would do in a following season. And then it was Denzel McKenzie the next time up. And he hasn't quite produced at the same level, but he does have a chance here in a final to turn things around for Mona and see if he can bring them a second piece of silverware in their history.
Kaheem Dixon, perhaps one of the players that for 3 seasons I've seen consistent improvement in his play. Of course, he was perhaps not the top player in the 2022 season for Clarendon College. That distinction went to Christopher Hull and Malachi Douglas, and then the following season with those players on hand, he took it over in 2023 and has gone to greater heights since. And the year before that, he came up clutching some big moments in the Champions Cup semi-final, getting the better of Kingston College that year. He scored the winner in that matchup. And of course, that competition has always been one that he has shone in. Even in the final they lost against Glenmuir in 2023, he had to have a say in it as well. But yeah, hoping to see some great play from Denzel McKenzie. Following the schoolboy football season, we expect to see him in the Jamaica Premier League for Veer Phoenix.
Has already scored a couple of goals in the Premier League as well for Veer.
I remember having this discussion with you that in quite a few moments we see players who have done well with a senior, among seniors, when they come back to playing among juniors, it's as if they are almost bored, and it doesn't bring the same level of quality that you expect from someone who is so effective at that level.
I think a lot of times as well, it all comes down to probably expectation. Sometimes I don't think it's that they're bored, but when you think about it, when a player plays at that senior level and then they come back to the junior level, often within the team see that player as like a savior for them. So they expect that player to do everything. You can see that with Heidel this season, for example, Ronaldo Barrett, a player who has a lot of experience at the senior level in the Jamaica Premier League. Now going back to Heidel, he was expected to do quite literally everything for them, be their leading scorer and then
and
also their best defender. He did do it.
Yeah.
He did bring them pretty far, but that's not a sustainable game model.
Absolutely.
And not that I'm saying that Mona expect Denzel McKenzie to do everything, because they are a very good settled team, but I'm sure they would look to him to do just a tad bit more than what he has been producing thus far for the level of talent that he has.
24th minute. Throw in for Mona as they try to get back level in this contest. Intercepted well by Excelsior. Thomas plays it forward for Williams. His ball through. Lovely run by Kimali Scott. Kimali Scott, oh, over the top. Goal number 30 was in sight, but he couldn't keep his shot on target, Kimali Scott.
He'll want that one back. Cunningham stretching, couldn't get there. Scott tried to take the shot early. Blazed it over the bar. He'll definitely want that one back. Huge opportunity for Excelsior to go 2-0 up in this Walker Cup final.
Throw in for Excelsior. Shadiko Wizard, the national under-20 player, gets by Peralta. Tries to get it to Scott. Scott can't finish. No, he didn't. Quick succession. He's missed two glorious opportunities for Excelsior. Hopefully, he doesn't regret it at the end of this match. Excelsior don't regret it either.
What a chance. Shadiko Wizard with a peach of a ball. He just had to tap it in, went with his left, blazed it over somehow. Kimali Scott, that's a huge chance missed. Mona looking to make them pay immediately.
Carlton Brown has Nugent with him, gets it back to the substitute who got it across. Demarin Harris trying to find the finish. Excelsior tried to get the clearance accomplished, but it's picked up by Rubino Gordon. Out wide to Kishane Gordon. Gordon can't get it in the area. Rubino Gordon now. Swazo. Chip ball for Kishane Gordon. Can he find a delivery? Sent in the area. And acrobatic attempt there made by Rubino Gordon, one of the standout defenders this season. Players, he really has done well for Mona.
And what a goal that would have been.
Oh, yes.
Excelsior creating chances at will. Fantastic chances as well, but somehow aren't at least 2 goals up in this game.
Here's Wizard. Getting by 1. Got the shot up, but it was charged down. Rubino Gordon making the clearance good. Safi came up now.
And Dean, I have to ask you, as I saw Shadiko Wizard blazing down that right-hand side, I saw him look out of his eyes and hesitated to play that ball across. Do you think that's because Kimali Scott would have missed a couple of chances just moments before?
I think so. It has to weigh on his mind, deliver on these occasions, and I'm sure he'll want it back. One of the key traits of a forward, a centre striker, is that they forgive themselves rather easily. And let's see if he can forgive himself and forget what has happened a few moments ago. Here's Excelsior. Salmon getting by Peralta. Still going.